With that said, man, let's move on. We're going to talk about some streaming news. The streaming wars are underway. Shots have been fired already. Things are happening.
Yeah.
When this show is released, Disney Plus will officially be available. It'll be available for the masses. It's been long anticipated for, I think, a couple years at this point since we first heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
We know what's coming at launch. We know what the titles are. And so things are like looking really, really positive for Disney Plus. But then we're also going to talk about the other platform, HBO Max. Some things have been announced for that. But let's start with Disney Plus, man. So like we know what's coming at launch. Let's talk about some of these original series that we're getting. We spoke about The Mandalorian. I mean,
I'm watching that tonight.
Yeah, like ASAP.
I'm staying up. I might buy me an energy drink. I'm staying up tonight to watch Mandalorian.
And apparently there's a big surprise in episode 1 even.
Word?
Right?
I didn't hear none of that.
Yeah, like they're kind of coming out firing off the top.
Look,
with a big surprise, like a big spoiler. So they didn't send out any previews for the show. So that'll be interesting to see what that looks like. But outside of The Mandalorian, which we will, obviously keep up to date with, they're doing a sort of a High School Musical revival.
Yeah.
It's called, let me get this title right now. Let me make sure I got this. High School Musical, the series. Right? That's what it is, which a mouthful. Say that 3 times fast. I dare you. But that, High School Musical was cool for me, but it was also a little bit past like my Disney Channel like prime phase.
Really?
Like when I was like really into Disney Channel, it came like right at the end of it. So like I watched it, of course, but I don't think I was as attached to it as like other people might have been.
Hey,
so
that's my time.
Yeah.
High School Musical is my time.
Definitely
man.
legendary though, right?
It's definitely legendary. Again, it came at a good time where there was again, it wasn't the craziest thing ever, right? But you get like a Corbin Blue emerges, where it's just like this. He may be light skinned, but it's still black representation. You know what I'm saying? And Disney over the years hasn't been like the worst with representation.
True.
But I think at that point in time, there wasn't much going on for black actors. Like you had That's a Raven, and then that in between is super weird though, right? It was like, here goes Corbin Blue, and I forgot the black girl in the series. My bad, but she was dope too.
Yeah.
And High School Musical was just cool. The music, it was really good. It was really well written, really well composed, and
for sure,
it was dope, man.
Yeah, so I think it'd be cool to sort of bring it back for a new generation. And from what I remember, them sort of speaking about with the show, it's kind of like not a parody of like the original movies, but they're like portraying the characters from that original movie. So it's kind of meta in a sense. So like I'm interested to see like what the take is. So I think I'll check out the first episode to see how I feel about it and see if I keep going with it.
So the trailer looked really decent to me.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people think it's going to be similar to the TV show High School Musical or the movie High School Musical. But it doesn't look like that at all to me. It looks more like a teenage reality television show. It looks more like Making the Band.
Interesting.
But it's High School Musical.
That's a fresh take.
Yeah, a fresh take. And I think Disney understood that, right? Disney didn't want to give us anything too new.
Yeah.
And so I think High School Musical might be decent actually. A lot of people are doubting it, but I was looking like I think people need to go ahead and give this a try.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
So they're doing a live action Lady and the Tramp, which I guess it's continuing with the live action trend of like movies that they've been doing over the past few years.
Right.
I don't know how I feel about it though.
I don't know.
I watched the trailer and the CG dogs like with the live action, like I don't know, it just looked kind of weird. It didn't feel right.
I don't know what they're trying to do. I hope it just doesn't end up like The Lion King, right? Where they're like lifeless.
The faces are just
the faces just don't match.
It just doesn't work.
I'd rather have like a what are those movies? Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
Oh,
or like a Hotel for Dogs or whatever it is, where like
a computer generated like version or
or like
that.
The dog is moving and the voice is coming out.
But
their mouth isn't moving.
Right. I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
So it's like their consciousness is almost
talking, but so that's okay to me.
Yeah,
I can do that.
Yeah, it's just kind of strange when you see like a dog's lips like moving and like saying human words. It never really. I don't know if it ever really works. So we'll see how that goes. They're also doing. This is gonna be an interesting show. The World According to Jeff Goldblum. I don't know what that's gonna be about,
man,
but I want to watch it because. Him. That's really just why I want to watch it.
Hilarious.
Yeah, he's funny as hell.
He's been tearing up lately though, but
yeah. I mean, I guess it's gonna be just him examining, just like I don't know. I guess things relevant to society and the world, and he's probably just gonna give his opinion. So
I hope it's like Bill Nye.
Oh yeah,
the science guy.
That would be dope.
But he has no idea what's going on with science.
Oh yeah, he's not a scientist by any stretch of the imagination.
That's what I want it to be like, though. Like the things that he explores.
He's good enough to carry his own show. And they're also releasing a movie called Noelle. It's a Christmas movie. It's, I believe, Anna Kendrick and Bill Hader are in the movie. I don't know if they even released a preview for it. I haven't seen anything personally. I just saw the poster.
There's a trailer.
Okay.
I think there's a trailer.
Yeah, I haven't watched like the trailer, but I mean, it's Christmas season, so why not?
Hey,
get in the
it
spirit.
also comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'll check it out, see if it's good or not.
Yeah.
I like Anna Kendrick a lot.
True.
And
she's good.
Bill Hader literally just got done winning.
Yeah, exactly.
for Barry.
Yeah,
so.
he's doing incredible things right now. And then of course, like they also have the endless back catalog of stuff. Like we talked about this a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Just like the flex that they did with releasing everything that's going to come at launch. I looked at, I think some article broke down like literally how many things it is. It's like over 600 titles of like things that they're bringing to the service.
Over 10,000 hours. Right?
Yeah, like between TV shows and movies and everything. And just today, they announced that 16 out of the 23 MCU movies are going to be available day one at launch. That includes all 3 Iron Mans, all 3 Captain Americas, the Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, Thor 1 and 2, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, Captain Marvel, and the big one, Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
All going to be available at launch. So people can definitely get their MCU on if they want to and watch all those movies.
Any idea where the other movies are?
Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix is still holding on to them.
They still got the licenses.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
like Black Panther's still on there.
Black Panther, Thor Ragnarok is still on there. Infinity
there.
War.
Those are just 3 really big movies right there that you just named.
3 of my favorites. Disney Plus ain't got them yet. So
really big movies.
Yeah, Netflix is holding on to those. I would assume that they probably have them until the end of the year. Like
that would make sense.
Yeah,
to me.
The license probably runs out at the end of this year, and so I would expect Disney Plus is probably going to have those titles by January
in my mind
1.
again. For me, it's like kind of no rush, right? Because even the Disney Plus creators, they say they want Disney Plus to be complement or a supplement to Netflix rather than a competitor. Totally. They're like, no, you should have both. Like, Disney Plus kind of told us that. They were like, no, you should have both.
100%.
And in my mind, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just got to go to Netflix real quick if you want to watch that.
If you want to watch that, know. But eventually they'll get it back, right?
Yeah, eventually they'll get it back.
Yeah, so they got a lot of other stuff obviously coming. All the Star Wars stuff that we mentioned a while ago, a lot of the animated stuff, Disney Channel original movies. I mean, they're just coming like really heavy initially with like the launch titles. But of course, like we know that they have like a full catalog of stuff from 20th Century Fox that they have yet to even like tap into.
It's
really
blowing my mind. Which again, like only The Simpsons. I can't even think of anything else.
Like we don't even. It's kind of hard to comprehend because we don't know necessarily everything that includes. I know like when they start to roll it out, there's going to be a lot of surprises.
It's going to be absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, like we know the big stuff. Like I know like, oh yeah, Planet of the Apes is a part of that.
Yeah.
Die Hard is a part of that. Aliens is a part of that. But like I know there's like hundreds of titles that you just don't think about, right?
You just don't think about.
Yeah, so it'll be crazy whenever they tap into that stuff. Disney Plus is launching. It's $5.99 like monthly, right? $5 or $6.99. One of those. I don't know.
One of the two.
It's pretty cheap, actually, comparatively.
I have seen articles that have both, and it's so weird.
Both like prices listed?
I think they're just confused.
I think it's $6.99 because I just signed up like last week, and I'm pretty sure that's what it said, which is crazy.
I told you I got 3 years, so.
You locked and loaded and ready. Like, you ain't going nowhere.
I ain't going nowhere.
The apocalypse can't stop that subscription.
Yeah, I'm like, well.